right, we got tour time. So why do you want your dogs on social media? This gentleman said he wanted his dogs on social media here, so.
They should have their own Facebook page, really. They are the most popular dogs in my neighborhood. Everybody knows them. Everybody comes to visit them. They bring their kids. It's almost as nice as your park.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you like Sand Island because they can just run around free off a leash and...
It feels like really safe. I mean, for some reason I like it better than Cliff.
Well, we have our own volunteer security department, not to be confused with the volunteer fire department. We also have the volunteer search and rescue.
Yeah, thank you for the search and rescue. We needed
yeah. Yeah, their dinghy had some engine issues, so I was rowing out to save them, but they got it working, so all just inclusive.
The 11th hour they got it working. They were about to drift into the channel.
And the currents are really strong during mid-tides.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, ripping. There's no way they'll be able to paddle against the tide and the wind to get up there. So
I feel like I anchored too far out there.
Probably, but I mean, a couple Sundays ago there was 15 boats here at one time. Wow. So yeah, they were anchored all over the place. So being out there might be better in case it gets busy, because that way all the unexperienced boaters that drop their anchor, then the tide comes in, and all of a sudden their boats are higher than they were and their anchors all start to drag and they crash into you.
Is it a time to put an ice cream stand out here?
We wouldn't be able to get a serving food permit because there's no running water, you know, there's none of that stuff.
But just frozen treats.
Well, people can just bring whatever they want. I don't want to be a bitch to all the tourists all summer, catering to them, doing stuff I don't like. So
I could really go for an Italian rice right now. You know, the kind where you scrape it with a wooden spoon.
Well, you should go to the Cliff Island store. Miss Hope over there, they have ice cream and stuff over there.
I've never been there.
They're the most awesomest place I've ever been to.
Do you go over there with your boat?
I do. They help me with water.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, they have running water there, right?
Yeah.
Where do they get their water from? Is it from?
There's a well.
There's a well.
Oh, on the island. And they have a super water filtration system, which is probably better than the city water around.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for a tour?
I am.
Let's do this. You want to call your puppies over here? Baby girl, what are you doing? We have a new fire pit. I moved it. It was like over here, and I did it because it'd be easy for cooking in and out of the structure, but it's not practical for like a day fire with company over or something. So I moved it to be more appealing.
So that's how you do your laundry and your wash and all that stuff too, huh?
Well, I use my I have totes that I wash my clothes in, rinse them in the salt water, and then hang them up. And then it usually rains on them to rinse them off with all the salt, and then they dry.
You got solar?
I have little tiny solar lights, but I need a solar system that would be big enough to run this whole place. Like, you can't just go to Harbor Freight and get a $50 solar system. It's, I'm not just charging a cell phone. I have a coffee pot, a freezer.
Right.
I mean, I need some major output.
Oh, got heat. Do you live here year-round?
No, that would be too expensive. I would need dump trucks of firewood delivered.
They could do it.
It's expensive though. If I ever get rich and famous, I will do a winter camping trip out here.
This wallet, but I'll take it. I've been to your website.
What's that?
I've been to your website.
Oh, cool. I uploaded a drone video that was droned the middle of last July. So it's not up to date, but I'm trying to get them to come back out with their son with his drone to do another video this year. So hopefully that works out.
Gosh, oh.
That was a joke. I was helping a buddy, and we cut this like 3-foot hole in the floor, and
put an arrow next to it. That's good.
Yeah.
So how often do you have to go back to the mainland or go over to Cliff Island?
Well, last time I went to Cliff, I got 24 gallons of water, which took over 3 hours to get. The whole process between leaving the island, going there, up and down the ramp, because I can only carry 4 gallons at a time.
Right.
So.
Come here, Roo.
All right, follow me.
Come on, Roo. Ruby, Ruby,
Who's a puppy dog?
come on, come here.
So bulky.
Nice.
Yep. I can open it all up and let the air flow all through it and stuff. This corner is actually built into the sand dune to keep me low so the wind will roll over it more.
Oh yeah, what's it like during a storm?
Well, I've only been out here in gusts up to, the sustained winds were 35, so gusts were probably like 40, 45. And that,
Scary.
no, not at all. No, this thing doesn't move. This doesn't move at all. Last winter there was gusts of over 60 miles an hour that happened on a 10.5 high tide, and this thing didn't move at all. Because I checked the level of the posts, it moved a little bit the first year, but I think it just settled because it's a temporary structure, so it's just holes dug with posts in it. So I think the posts all settled and stuff. But it didn't move at all last year with all the wind and stuff we had.
So you got a couple of jennies, so you're not completely.
Yeah. I have a huge generator in there, but the problem is it won't start. And I've been on customer service multiple times trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And I mean, I even took a special trip back to land to buy feeler gauges to adjust where the spark plug, well, know where the pistons are, to pop up and down. Yeah. So it ran for 5 minutes and quit again. So I don't know.
Is that Harbor Freight one or?
No, bought at Cabela's. The guy used it for 8 hours and then bought one of those huge in-home systems, a Kohler one, and that was just too small for him. So he's just selling it on Facebook for wicked cheap. So I got it for $225 with only 8 hours on it, and now it has only like 150 to 180 hours, and there's no way it should be having problems like this. I mean, these generators, it was bought at Cabela's. Cabela's doesn't sell junk. This is one of the top generators rated by Consumer Reports and all the other ones, so it's mind-boggling.
So that, yeah, it'd be nice to have that full-size one, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, you said you might help me out with a donation, so you want to hit the best spot in the island, VIP triple platinum access?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's run it. We have our secret trap door here. You good on step ladders? And it's white. It's hot, but it's not as hot as the black one.
Bring them up here.
What?
Did you bring them up here?
What? Who?
My wife and the gang.
Yeah, oh, I brought the gang up to check it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The money shot. Look at the beach. Beautiful.
It looks like the Caribbean,
doesn't it?
Yeah, look down here. Wait till we get wait till 4 or 5 this afternoon when the tide comes in completely. It's gonna look like the Caribbean down there. You can see it starting to come through the light color.
Yeah.
It's just this is the tallest point of the island too.
I'm surprised you don't have a chair on it.
It would poke through the roofing. I would have to build a deck on top of this, and honestly there's more important stuff to work on than a deck to sit on, because like did you go around the corner?
Yeah.
So you saw that huge rock wall I'm building?
I saw that.
Yeah, so the experiment I tried was down here where the ladder is. 3 years ago I spent 60 hours, rocks and seaweed, banked the whole thing in piles, and where the ladder is, there's a section that didn't take any damage from the winter, but the other sides did. So I think if I just built it at a bigger scale, it would work.
So what does the seaweed do for you?
It rots. It's one of the best composts in the world. Yeah. Seaweed by itself is missing a component that's found in shellfish, which is honestly ironic because all of my seaweed is mixed up with dead crabs and clam shells and all the other shit. So it's really like all inclusive.
So it's like your concrete?
It's one of the best fertilizers in the world. Well, the theory is that the seaweed will rot and the roots will grow all through it. So the roots will go through the rocks in the seaweed.
Oh, I see.
Because once it hits all that nutrients, it should just go for it.
Yeah, that
because seaweed also holds water. So when it rains, it's going to stay wet underneath, and the roots are just going to love it. So, because a root system is ultimately what holds an island together. So I need a stronger root system.
Yeah, there's not much growth here, is there?
Because all the roots make like an underground dam almost. So the water can't get through all the roots. I mean, it could eventually, but at least slow it down. But that's why I'm doing the rocks with it. Because it's going to hit the rocks and hopefully bounce it off.
Ruby! Hi, Ruby. Figure that one out. Figure that one out.
What do you want the name of this video to be?
It should be family outing. It should be a nice family outing.
We gotta add something dramatic though,
Yeah.
like family outing gone bad, recovered by Maniac men for a 10 out of 10 accommodations.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I will.
Do you want to mention your name or nickname or?
Yeah, my name's Keith.
Keith.
Keith, I'm from Saco.
Keith from, you know, it's funny, the Rite Aid calls it Saco on their answering service. Isn't that insulting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of insulting. Yeah, good job.
I don't know why. I don't know why it isn't pronounced Saco.
It's not. It's
What makes
Saco.
Yeah, I know, but what makes the A short? Just people pronouncing it.
Yeah.
It's good living right here.
Yep. Until it's 40 degrees and downpouring with 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, keep the fireplace there though.
Yeah. There was last year's one huge rainstorm and wind, and I was inside frying bacon burgers, bro.
Don't you need a?
I tried building one out of a piece of ductwork, but it caused a downdraft because this isn't really properly connected to the wood stove. The whole thing is supposed to go into it. This might be more for like a gas. Oh, this is for a well, it might have been a gas wood stove or something. To take it to the dump. I got more pieces too. I was thinking about putting a small wood stove in the little room there because they sell like super compact, efficient wood stoves. You know, they're small.
Yeah.
And they only have a 4-inch pipe. It's 4-inch double walled pipe. This is tripled. Or maybe this is double because it's got the two.
I think that's triple.
Triple.
Yeah.
It works really well. Yeah.
It's fire safe.